Now that's better. This is your president, Ms. Entertainment, and welcome to the Power Hour. We getting ready to kick this thing off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. What's up, everybody? Who am I? This is your girl, Ms. Entertainment. I am your president of the Real Ass People Society. So welcome to the Power Hour. We're live every Saturday at noon on Terradome Entertainment Radio, where we play the best hits from old school to new school hip hop, R&B, and more. So go to TerradomeENTRadio.com, click on the Listen Live button, or you can tune in on TuneIn or Live 365. And of course, you can see us streaming on Terradome ENT YouTube channel. And if you don't catch us live, you can always catch the replays on TerradomeENTRadio.com or on all your major podcast apps. And of course, I am not in the place alone. Let me introduce my Chief Entertainment Officer, Mr. DJ Talented.
What's going on? It's your boy DJ Talented in the building. And yeah, it's better to be above it than under it. You dig?
Also in the studio, we got Mr. Sam Frank.
Also known as
The White Magic. That's right. We got a new name now, the DJ White Magic. And new to the studio, we got DJ. DJ DJ. All right. As I started off, how was your week?
Well, I'll take the first go around about that. My week has been good, man. I'm alive. I ain't under the ground, so I feel good. But there has been some bullshit going on with the job, but we're going to leave that at what it is.
Okay. It's always bullshit at the job, I guess.
Pretty much.
Sam, how was your week?
my week. Well, I didn't really have too much bullshit with the job because I ain't got no job. I'm just kidding. But I'm still in the hunt. It's just the way the world is. But everything else has been pretty cool. Yeah, I'm alive above the ground and trying to help out whenever I can, whoever I can.
All right, I'm hearing like something. But DJ, how was your week?
My week was alright. I ain't had too much trouble on the job, but I'm focused on my goals and making money. That's it. That's what it is.
Goals and making money. There's nothing wrong with that.
One of the goals could be making money.
Huh?
One of the goals could be making money.
I think the goal most of the time is making money. Definitely want to make some money.
Yes.
That's for sure. Where my DJ is getting ready to go somewhere. Because I'm ready to go ahead on and kick off into my segment. Because every Saturday, well, not every Saturday, but the first Saturday of every month, I truly want to dedicate to men and just talking about just all the stuff that's, concerning you. Because I feel like sometimes we have a lot of, I guess, acknowledgement on the women's side or just talking about women and women issues, but nobody really is concerned or talk about the men stuff and what's going on. So with you guys. So that's my promise this year, to definitely dedicating at least one show to just addressing men's issue. So
I appreciate that, Ms. Entertainment.
So I'm ready to go ahead on and kick off my thing. You ready, Mr. DJ Talented? Play my video, my intro.
We give you the real, like you popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your 6 sense, spit back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw.
Okay, so this is the one I want to talk about is talking about relationships in marriage. So Sam, you've been married how long?
Been married for 10 years.
10 years. When was your 10-year anniversary?
October 13th, 2013.
Okay, so you've been, okay. So yeah, this year you'll make 11. Nice, nice. We just celebrated our 10th year anniversary on Valentine's Day. We got married. And happy anniversary too. Yes. So, and I know DJ, you're kind of in limbo with yours, which is not okay. Sometimes it's like that. I've been there a couple of times. Been there a couple of times. Yeah, quite a few times. Um, so what do you think is? Let me know what do you believe is a successful, or what makes the key to a successful marriage?
Everyone's looking at me. Well, listening, I think, is important. Trying to stay positive, I think that's a big one too. And just taking each other's ups and downs in stride.
Okay.
No pointing fingers, but like we're in this together type thing. And so what happened to us happens and we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. Whereas some people in relationships, when shit gets sour, they start pointing fingers.
This is true.
So I think if you maintain that level of respect for your partner, it helps in some ways.
Okay. DJ, what do you think is the key to a successful marriage? Now that you're kind of on the other end, so looking back, what would you think is very important?
I would definitely agree with him and say communication. That I feel like you know both of y'all got to be on the same page because y'all supposed to be, I say, working towards the same goal, common goal. And I mean, and sometimes one person won't always be up. They needs to be able to lean on the other person. And a strong, I say, a strong relationship, strong bond coming from communication and whatnot. They understand each other and whatnot. They can lean on one another and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Well, the ability to trust one another.
Mm.
That's
That's
important.
Because
that's huge.
that is that's crazy. I've been hearing about a lot of different relationships where one dude is jealous of another guy or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just because like basically he don't trust this girl or whatever, and that's just I don't understand how can you have a relationship without trust.
Right.
I will never understand that. But that's my take on that.
So DJ Talented, what I'm throwing it over to you. What's your thoughts for is the key to a successful relationship or marriage?
You better say the right
I
thing.
would I would say understanding each other. Each other is going to have their way of doing stuff. Each one of them is going to have their way of understanding stuff. But you have to come to a middle ground, and as well as communication, um, as well as doing things together. There's a lot of relationships that they do things separately. So like your money is your money, my money is my money. Your side of the bed, they separate things, and that causes a split in the relationship. So, you know, giving people space as well is part of it.
Yeah, because I do think even though we are one, but we still are individuals, and we have to have our own space, our own lane, our own just doing our stuff too, where we still building ourselves. Because it's like you can't make somebody else happy unless you're happy.
Right.
So
That's the whole thing with the airplane, where they tell you to put the mask on yourself first.
right, right. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Key, communication is key. You have to communicate, good, bad, or ugly, whatever it is. You have to communicate.
It has to be effective. Like if you
This is true
communicate
too.
something and somebody doesn't hear it, doesn't listen, doesn't pay attention, or doesn't register properly, it don't matter how much communication you have. It's a two-way system.
Right.
It has to be received properly.
Yes, you do have to talk to folks where they can receive. Now, sometimes,
Sometimes some people don't try to receive it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you almost did like you did like a little like a Cosby face when I did that. You went like
What?
you're just like
She going Bill on you?
she's gonna bail on me. I ain't got no drinks over here. She ain't did nothing.
I guess it's just like I said, you do have to talk to people how they so they can receive it. Because and I was saying sometimes some people you some people need that extra venom to move at times because other than that they don't get it. Like, oh, you serious? Which I always say this, and I'm going to say this a lot of times. It's with men, and when a female is talking to men, being that I've been in a position where I was a manager or whatever over men, and until I get nasty, now you get respect. Now I'm being respected. And it's like, why I have to go there? Why I can't just talk to you like you're an adult, but why I have to go and start, acting the ass? Then now it's like I'm either she cool or a bitch, one or the other. But it's like I shouldn't have to do that.
With a lot of men, they feel like they should be in a position that you're in, that you have, and a lot of them don't like to listen to women. I have a guy that I work with right now that has an issue with women authority. Do your job, go home. That's all you're supposed to do. Come your ass to work, do your job, go your ass home. You're only coming for one thing. That's your paycheck.
Facts.
Get your money and get gone. That's all you need.
That's true. It's true. I mean, I've worked. I've had a lot of female managers and bosses. A few of them, and it's definitely it's a interesting line to walk, and mine was a very interesting line to walk.
Now, how do you feel about working for a female?
I got no problem with that. I mean, but at the same time, there's got to be some sort of logic with this person. Like the person has to be just because they're female or male. If they're illogical and they're doing something that's just incorrect,
Mm-hmm.
call them out on it. It don't matter what their sex is. But I mean, I don't know. My former manager, who was a very unique person, and liked to. She taught me something very interesting. She taught me something about poke crab mentality.
Okay.
And she said, and she kind of had it, and she didn't. But she told me about it, telling me other people had it, but I think she had it too.
Now, why would you think that?
Because all she did was like crapping on other people so she could look good on top.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
That's what it was. And so I mean, but that's not everybody, and that was just that one person. I've had other people who are in a leadership position who are very logical, who are very good at what they do, and it don't matter if you're a guy or a girl. If you're good at what you do, you're good at what you do.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true. Okay, so let me ask you this: how do you and your spouse navigate conflicts and disagreements?
Well, how do we navigate conflicts? Well, it's not like you all of a sudden conflict starts and you're like, we're in conflict now. Let's do this now.
Okay.
It's like it's so it could be like a calm talk like this, and then it could escalate very quickly. I think it's the moment that you identify that you're in it is when you have the most power to do something about it. But if you're so enraptured in your emotion, you're never going to be able to take the step back, create the space between how you feel and what you're doing, and then the whole thing's concoct anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about creating that kind of space between your feeling and your action.
What about you? How do you navigate with conflict and arguments? What's your stance on that?
I feel like
Do you listen?
me personally.
Mhm.
Me personally, I definitely listen to what she got to say. I definitely give her my input on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like you definitely should be able to, be able to sit down and talk without, thinking without one of them thinking there's an argument finna take place or something, whatever like that. Sometimes that's the problem with it. People get defensive real quick, whatever.
I agree with that.
No, God, please, no, no.
um, what's the question?
How do you I started off with saying, how do you navigate between disagreements? Because being an individual, everybody gonna have their stance. Not all the time you're gonna be on one accord on making a particular decision. So do you, how do you, I guess, just like navigate through that? Do you listen? Do you, how do you figure out what's the best course?
Um, and I can't really answer. Do you just tell them, Steve?
She gonna kick down on over.
Yeah, shot it on off over here. First thing you need to do is talk about the situation. Once you talk about the situation and you understand what the other person is, where the other person is coming from, you still may have a difference in opinion, but you got to come to a conclusion whether to mix those two opinions or figure out a middle point. You don't have to figure out a middle point. So you have to communicate. That's the main thing to do in a disagreement is communicate.
I think the main thing is listening, because you're going to communicate. But if you shut your ears off on what the other person have to say, then we're not truly communicating.
So what I meant in that, and I was saying that in that part when I first said, you have to listen to what the other person has to say.
Mm-hmm.
So once you listen to what the other person say, now you still may not come to the same end point as the other person is saying, but come to some type of compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Communication.
Compromise. I do agree with that. Sometimes you're not going to have, your way of. You have to find that middle ground, and sometimes it's just going to be, I agree to, we agree to disagree.
Right.
I mean, it depends on, you got to pick your battles too.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't be fighting on everything. That's my ham sandwich versus, hey man, you can't buy that car. Like, it can't be at the same level type thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to, like, pick and choose. Like, for example, my son is at a school where we're paying out the ass for him to go. And we moved to an area that has a good school district. But my wife still wants him to go to this school where I'm paying out the ass. And I'm like, dude, I don't want that. But I have relented to her because she has really wanted it. It's really important for her. And that's the battle I am not going to fight her on.
Right.
But when I wanted my car and I bought a stick shift, car that was $9,000 because it had good transmission. And
I'll get ready to say, they still sell stick shift?
Yeah.
Our guy's called the anti-millennial theft system. But,
and that's the truth. That's the truth.
And so, yeah, good luck. I got the base model and a stick shift, motherfucker. You're gonna steal my shit? That's what you're gonna see what's gonna happen. You can't even drive it off the lot.
No.
Say what?
And I changed the knob on it, so you don't even know where reverse is. Good luck, buddy. But I mean, I knew I wanted that, and she was like, "But we got it. I'm like, nope, I'm getting it. Nothing you're saying is gonna stop me from doing this." And I just kind of was like, I picked that battle because I knew that's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of stuff happens. I mean, you have to be able to understand the person you're with and know what motivates them. And you have to be able to pick your battle accordingly. Because if you don't, you start fighting about everything, you're going to be it's going to suck. You don't fight about anything, it's going to be stored up and it's going to blow up one day. So you got to have something in the middle.
Right. Right. All right, next question.
I didn't know we were doing a whole. What's the love line? I feel like we're doing love line.
But we want to talk. My goal was to talk about relationships, and again from a male's perspective. Because like I said, I think a lot of focus is on. You see a lot of magazines about talking to women. How do you get a good man? What do you do this? What do you do that? But I don't see a lot of stuff where you're getting the man's input.
True, but then men are very simple in certain ways, much different than women. I notice there's certain more mental talking and a lot of more emotion for the person to start to like you, whereas a man is just a physical. They look at you and that's the first thing, and then they can develop feelings as they talk to you, but there has to be that initial first.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas women, it doesn't always have to be that way.
This is true. So now the relationship part is you pass the physical. Now let's look at what is keeping you there.
That's right.
Yes, that's where we are. What's keeping you there?
What's keeping you there? You
Mhm.
already got everything. Well, partnership. This person's supposed to be your friend too.
Hopefully.
I mean, that's the image of it. Right?
Yeah.
That this person is supposed to be your friend. You're supposed to be able to go do what you want to do with this person, and you have a fun time doing it. But other
But that doesn't always happen. I've seen relationships where I was like, I don't even know how they together, you know,
I see
Bec-
that too.
because they have total different views for what's fun,
Totally.
you know,
One guy wants to drive a dune buggy. The other girl wants to go to a museum.
right? And it's just like,
So you drive around the museum in a dune buggy.
so sometimes
No,
it gets
God, please, no, no.
that's if you compromise because some just don't. It's like, well, you do you, I do me. We meet in the middle somewhere afterwards or something.
That's
You
true.
know.
Well,
So
what about separate vacations? What do you think of that?
No. I guess I'm like in the middle. I don't see a problem.
Well, if they didn't do that, Stella would have never gotten a group back.
This is true, but she wasn't in a relationship. She was just supposed to go down there just to chill.
That's true.
But
He's like, oh.
but like you see, like some men, because like the DR, it has a reputation of men going down there to get their freak on. And then like is
Panama too.
that in Brazil, all that. So the question would be like, for me, would I trust my husband to go down there and act right? Yes, you'll want to definitely do that, but you still, it's like you still have that in the back of your mind, like, because like there's a lot of beautiful women down there, and being that they're not all, but those countries are known for um prostitution. Be honest, at a cheap price, and you get all you want. So how do you, as a man, how do you keep from falling into that trap? Because you're going down there with your boys, and some of your boys are going to partake.
Oh wait. Now you're changing this thing. Okay. So you're talking about, I'm talking about separate vacations, but you're talking that's like a boys trip. That's different than like separate
But that's a
vacations.
vacation.
I mean, I guess it is. It is.
But you're talking about going by yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to be one with yourself. Me
Well, that's
personally,
what I'm saying.
I don't want to.
Like,
I wouldn't have a good time going somewhere by myself unless it's purposely.
Yeah.
Not when you're on the job and they send you somewhere, that's different because you got to go.
Yeah.
But me purposely, like if I want to go to Paris, I wouldn't want to go to Paris by myself. I would want to take my spouse because I think we have a great time together. I do think the best way to figure out if you guys are compatible, go on vacation.
Oh yeah. Because if you're not compatible and you can't,
It comes out right there.
It comes out.
It comes out right there.
I want to go here. I want to go there.
It comes out on that vacation.
That's where that compromise come from. I mean, she want to do one thing, you want to do one thing. One day we're gonna do what you want. One day we're gonna do what I want.
But that's what I'm saying. The non-compromise, if you're not a compromising person, it definitely will come out when you're on vacation because you're away from everybody, right? You don't have family, friends to distract for the most part. Y'all, it's just y'all, and you're focusing on you guys.
You ever watch Married at First Sight?
No.
You should watch that. My wife watches that a lot. I watch some episodes with her. And it's really interesting the stuff they go through because it's almost like an arranged marriage through scientific stuff. And they're in their 7th or 8th season. This season's a shit show.
Okay.
But other seasons are not as bad. But I mean, this one guy, this guy was Native American, but he was light skinned and he was with this woman of color, which is freaking gorgeous. And so they're sitting there and they're in the hot tub and the guy's face gets red. She goes, "Oh, I finally see why they call you a redskin." Now she apologized. After.
Oh no.
But he was done. He was done with her.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Like that's what he said. And so he never got over that. And she was really nice. She said, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe I didn't think, I wasn't thinking." They were both drinking. They were in a hot, I mean.
I can get where, especially if you
And
you
they
know.
just met. They were just it's like an arranged marriage.
Yeah, you should be on your best behavior.
You should. You're all getting drunk and sloppy with someone, and you didn't think that would be upsetting. I don't know. I mean, like, I would never say, but this woman was. I mean, I don't know.
And he couldn't get past.
And he couldn't get past it.
So that's the key thing right there. She said something that she shouldn't have, but watching it, you could see that it wasn't meant malicious.
No,
she was just
commenting.
she was just drunk and like, oh shit. But yeah, but he couldn't get past it. That's the key.
And that's because certain people, certain cultures have certain motivations. This man is part of a Native American tribe that's been probably taken over, ridiculed, taken their land stripped from them, and they have a lot of history of very serious stuff. Whereas I think Jews and people of color, we make fun of ourselves. There's comedy that comes with our what do you call it, with the harshness of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think some people don't have the same sense of humor as people of color and Jewish people.
Now, I think if you're not of that culture, then you're gonna have that reaction. But if you're within that culture, so I can say a lot of stuff about Black people, as long as it's two of them, and you're.
I'm not gonna drop the N-bomb, but I'm also not gonna. If you said Jewish things to me, like Jewish jokes,
I would not do that. But you
could say to me, "You're my friend," and I would laugh. Like, what's?
But I'm just saying, you as a Jewish man, you can say certain things within your community, and nobody would blink an eye, and they probably think it's funny. But when somebody not of your community say that, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like for example, for example, my dad used to say, "Why can't you put Jews in jail?" Because we eat lox. Lox is salmon. Smoked salmon is also lox.
Okay. Then,
you see? Like, my dad used to say funny jokes, be like, "Yo, when I grow up, I want to be a sports mechanic." You know what a sports mechanic does? He fixes games. Really?
Say what?
Oh, man.
That would be one of those I would not say.
No, what I'm saying is that but this woman said this in jest as an accident, not as a malicious to her.
Right.
And he could not get over it.
He couldn't get over it.
And
that says a lot right there. That says a lot. Because she gonna be reckless with the mouth. And then he can't get past shit. Regardless of even if you know in your heart that it was not meant.
Totally.
It's being malicious.
So we were hanging out and some girl said something stupid about Jewish people. Like, "Oh wow, you guys really do cook well in the oven," or something.
Oh no!
Like
I'd be pissed.
I would be pissed.
Pissed.
I would be. But would I forgive her?
Hell no.
Wait a minute.
No,
that's me. I would
not.
First of all,
and I'm not even Jewish. I would not.
I would say
she would be done.
I would say to her, "Do you know what that means?"
She would be done.
I would try to educate first. And if she was opposed to the education and didn't want to grow, then that would be done. See, that's the difference.
You good? I'm not even Jewish, and I've been done with her. Hell no, you don't play with that shit.
Yeah, this lady right here, she hold on to stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some people do that, and I'm a little bit more. I mean, it depends. If the girl really pissed me off, I'd be like, "Fuck off." But if I really wanted to make it work, I joined a program where we're married at first sight, and we're doing this because this is what I signed up for.
I guess I've been like the Native American guy, because every time I'm looking at you, that shit would play in my head.
That probably played for that. That probably played
that would have played in my head. Like, oh hell no! What did you say? That was grounds for fighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Fatality.
You're doing a marriage. You don't know these people. Is how you get to know them.
By using some things I hate to say it, and I hate when people say it, because some things that are what do you say, you should know, but some things that are knowledgeable to others and not necessarily knowledgeable to
how people are in the world.
But Jesus Christ.
People, I mean, you don't know how people are in like the world that you're in. You don't know how they were raised. You don't know what kind of values they have. I mean, I'm growing up. I want my son to be an ally. That's my key. That's one of my goals in life, is to have my son be an ally.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what I mean? No harshness, none of that garbage.
That's just so funny. I'm still thinking about the Native guy. I guess I would have been him, because I swear to God, I would not have been able to get over it.
She's totally.
I would have not.
So hot. Like, I would have gotten over it. She was good looking enough to get over that.
I still, even if that was The Rock, I still been looking at him side eye. I'd have been looking at
what the racist is.
I'd have been looking at him side eye. Wait a minute, I don't even.
I messing with you, Hawaiian man, Samoan man. But no, look, it just depends. And like you said, it's not a malicious thing. She didn't say it, and she just said it, and also that just shows you how it was grown up in the house. Like, for example, I grew up with a bunch of degenerate Jewish gamblers. These guys would put to, like, they had all their sports teams. They did, and the whole thing is when a guy was not performing on TV, they would just be like, "You stupid," and, like yelling at the players. And I hated that, and I could not have that around me.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school where, I'm one of the only white guys. I can't have people. I can't even entertain that around me because for fear that might even come out of me somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And so I used to be very upset at that. And that's how I was raised. And so I can imagine them saying something stupid and ignorant to a woman of color because of the way they grew up.
The way they grew up, yeah. So,
whereas I would never say that to someone.
Yeah, I would have been done with them too. I get it, but you're gonna have somewhere you're gonna have to learn, and I'm here to teach you.
Here's the boxing gloves. All right.
I'm here to teach you.
No, I thought that was the end of the round. What's the next time?
Well, let me ask you this. Moving on. Do you feel that romance is still alive or important? Like going out on dates with your spouse, even though you're married and you've been married for a while. This person for the most part in and out. But is doing those little things like you did before you got married still important, or is like, hey, you ain't going nowhere?
Well, if you had that argument, then you don't even care how you look. You don't want to get laid anymore. You don't want to have a productive relationship. No, I mean, I totally. It is important. It's very important actually to have those moments because when I'm with my wife, it's mostly my wife and my son. So it's the three of us. So my son always has to be thought of. He's always, you can't have a conversation at a table and not include him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't, have these real moments, certain like that are moments that you had before the child was there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important. It's important to reconnect as to why you two are together.
Agreed. Gentlemen?
I mean, personally, all the things you did to pull whoever, and I'm gonna just use me for example because I'm not with that third person. I feel like it's important to definitely keep up what you did to pull them in the first place. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I pull somebody and I'm looking, I'm gorgeous.
You're beautiful, man. I want to take you.
Thank you.
No, God, please, no, no.
You gotta get something more than a Steve Carell now.
No, but like you see my real low cut chains on, whatever, fresh shorties hit me up. CEO23 on Instagram. But yeah, if I pull you in them like this, I ain't finna just let myself go so you can just, be like, the physical appearance is not for you no more. Like, I'm not finna let my hair grow out and get all dirty and whatnot. Like,
Hey, I resent.
nah. Like that's important to keep the spark alive in a relationship because a lot of people like their attention span is like it's almost non-existent. So like they'll body hop from person to person to person, and like just because they got bored with somebody or whatever.
True.
Like their
Yeah.
toes.
Hmm?
Like their toes.
Like their toes.
You ever seen Boomerang?
The cartoon?
No, Boomerang when he was looking at the women's feet.
Oh, you talking about the movie? Yeah.
See, he got me. That's why he's DJ Khaled.
Oh my God!
See?
Oh, I'm thinking about Boondocks.
Oh my God.
I know, right? I would say myself. I would say for between me and DJ Talent, he's the more romantic. I know that sounds weird, but he's the more romantic out of the two.
Let's get it on.
I'm just like, okay, I ain't going nowhere. I'm that one like I ain't going nowhere. I mean, we good. But he's like, let's go on date night and like that. He is more of the initiators for stuff like that. Because it's like
Okay.
it's important to him. That's why I don't fight him again. But that's like, I ain't going nowhere. We good.
Yeah, but if you're not doing it because you want to keep the person there you pulled in, I like that term, pulling in. You're doing it because you want that person to be happy, and as you stated at the beginning of the program, why are they still here?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to keep them there, because if you don't do things like that and you just take the approach of, well, you ain't going nowhere, then that means like, okay, you can't pull anybody else. Like it devalues you. Rather than I appreciate that you're still here. I want to keep you here.
I see. I definitely receive what you're saying. I guess with me is more of I'm telling him that I'm not going anywhere.
But he still appreciates you.
Yeah, it's like I'm here for life, so we good.
Yeah, but that means he still appreciates it.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
You know,
I don't appreciate his fussing, but yeah.
You need to start saying Method Man and Mary J. Blige in the back now.
Let's get ready to
Get him one goddamn nerve with all that fussing, but yeah.
It's time to start rumbling now, boy. Talking about fussing. Woman, you fuss more than anybody.
What about you? I already kind of answered the question, but I'd like to hear from your mouth. I like that one. You start with.
I'm gonna find me a button for you. That wasn't the button. What's the next one?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
You shooting shots and shit. I think that you do need to continue doing the things that you was doing in the beginning to get the person, because the person is now used to that, as well as you should be used to doing those things, as you know, trying to keep some type of spark in a relationship and keep that person, guessing, kind of, just sitting back. I gotta say this to myself, because I do sometimes come home, go straight to sleep, maybe kiss her, and then go straight to sleep.
He get on that YouTube. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Where the button at? Where's the button? I'm gonna give you this one.
Fatality.
But yeah, you have to keep the spark alive, because if you don't keep that spark alive, that relationship is gonna die.
Agreed. You can't get too complacent.
Of course not.
You cannot.
You can't get complacent in anything.
Yes.
Nah,
Agreed.
definitely not. Because even with your job, you got to stay on your toes.
You do.
And you can know everything you need to know plus some, and plus your managers what they need to know. You need to know what they know, but then you still can be picked out the bunch and kicked right on out the door.
Yeah. So if you would say what in your relationships, what has been your biggest challenge, either in your current or anyone in the past? What has been the biggest?
I think I'll take that first.
Go ahead, Mr. Man.
I think sometimes it's the communication, because sometimes I would just say okay with whatever it is, just to stop the argument, or to stop the disagreement, or to just stop talking. Sometimes I would do that. So with me, it's communication on my part.
Mr. Man. The next Mr. Man.
What's the question again?
If you can say the number one challenge in either your current relationship or in the past, what has been that number one thing that just sticks out there? What's that first thing that come to mind where it's like, God damn.
ride or die.
Not having that.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, so you saying not having that ride or die person.
I think my wife is a strong person. She's a good person. I don't know what, my mom was ride or die with my dad. My dad lost all his money, lost his health. My mom was there and she fought with 5 kids and she gave everything she had. And I respect that. And she was ride or die for him.
And you
And
want that for yourself.
sometimes I think it's been hard when you're not always believed or the faith isn't always in you. You have to prove yourself over and over.
Hmm.
Like, when does the proving yourself stop? And then you get to the point where the person's just ride or die with you because they know who you are inside.
Gotcha. What about you? What is that biggest challenge?
For me, I would say my my level of patience. That's my that's something I really, really, really need to work on.
Mhm.
'Cause I'm not one that likes to deal with stupid shit. Excuse my language, but yeah, I can't stand that. And like, yeah, that,
Hey, that's a question.
yeah. Go
When you
ahead.
say patience, like, are you being like patient with if a person that you're dating, she starts to piss you off and brings drama to you, is that where your patience threshold gets pushed?
No, see, if it's a one-time thing, then I can sit her down and talk to her, be like, yeah, that ain't cool, knock that bullshit off, whatever. And it's just when like when it's done on purpose, just to irritate me.
Yeah, that's not
That's
cool.
that
It's
because
childish.
yeah, people tend to do that, and yeah, that's irritating.
It
Yeah.
is, and that just shows lack of maturity when people
Yeah.
do that. That's really what you really is. You can't stand people who are immature. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. I would take that myself. I would say it's been having patience with men because, like I said, I've been married quite a few times, and I was my relationship with Kaya or DJ Talented has been the longest period because normally about a year and a half, this not working for me.
What is the biggest difference between DJ Talent and all the other guys you've been with that keep
He's
you?
not an asshole.
That's important.
He get on my nerves, but he's not an asshole.
I'm trying to find a button to celebrate that.
That-
You know what? Do you have the Mario? Do you have like
I ain't got it, but I'm gonna give it this one.
Say what?
so
He's not an asshole, and it seems like that's because they always say that a female is attracted to their father, right? And the men in growing up as a child were all assholes. My uncle, I didn't grow up with my father, my biological father. My uncle for a lot of years was my father figure, and his nickname was Tough, and he earned every letter, and that in his name.
TUFF?
Yes, TUFF. He earned, and I loved him to death, but he was the biggest asshole, and then he was a womanizer. He was a womanizer, and I grew up seeing him running through women, or he's married, but yet you bring your girlfriend around us, in her car. I mean, he was bold with it.
That's some bold shit right there. That's bold.
He
That-
was
they don't
bold.
care.
And then my mom, when
He's
she
tough.
he earned every letter, TUFF. And then my stepfather, when my mom did get married, another asshole. He was hell on wheels. He was argumentative. He. You look in the dictionary, and you see the word asshole is his picture. So and for some reason, that's what I was, I guess, attracted to or bringing. But then we don't mesh because you're an asshole. And I would go years without dealing with anybody, because it's just like I don't have time. I need to focus on me. And when I met DJ Talented, I was just coming off one of those hiatus. It was years before, before it was me not dating anybody, just me just chilling.
Yeah.
But he didn't come with that approach. He's not that that is my way or highway or rah, 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 rah.
Yeah.
So that's what has kept me there. And I look at
That's
him.
an archaic way of being, and I think men, especially as we've evolved over the past few years or decades, like you got men that were in the 70s, 80s. They always make fun of 80s parents. And it's like they didn't give a shit. They didn't change diapers. They didn't care. The woman went and worked, and then she cooked, cleaned, all that crap.
Didn't care.
It didn't care. It's not like that now. And I think that, it's very different. My model was the one I described. My mom did everything, and my dad didn't do anything around the house.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot around the house. I try to, but of course, I'm sure my wife would disagree and say I don't.
Mm-hmm. But you put effort.
I try to.
Yes.
I really do. And my dad didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that. And I think that I've had to fight that.
So yeah. One last question on relationships. What are your goals or aspirations for your marriage or for the next Mrs. DJ Edwards and for even TJ Talented? What are your goals for your marriage in the future? What's important to you?
I would say longevity. I want to stay in the marriage. I want to stay friends with this person. I want to grow business wise. I want to grow monetary wise. I want to grow with this person. So I don't want this person to be away from me, as well as I'm pretty sure the person don't want to be away from me in this relationship.
Every now and then, but yeah, most of the
Well,
time.
you gotta have your space. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, boy, some people can put some cleats on, boy,
They be
and
tap
just
dancing
rub
on that
thing
last goddamn
in.
nerves, boy.
They're like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? I don't know this person. But yeah, I mean, but beside all that, I mean, you're gonna have arguments I don't care about, because we can get over those unless she do something drastically wrong. And there won't be an argument. It's gonna be complete silence.
Oh, okay.
That's how I kind of am too. I feel that. It wouldn't be an argument. It would just be silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna just go back to what you said about that arena, Mrs. DJ Edwards. I don't see her coming around anytime soon.
But one
But
day, possibly.
Well, yes, possibly. But I would have to, get to know her or whatever, and because that's a mistake a lot of people make. They want to rush into things too fast without knowing exactly what they're getting into or who they're getting into it with.
Agreed.
And yeah, that can always, I ain't gonna say always, I'm saying 9 times out of 10 be a bad thing. And yeah, I just don't want to make the mistake. I wanna get to know the person, so I know
Who you
I'm
dealing with.
spending the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
If I want to spend the rest of my life with that person.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My goals is similar, just be happy. I want to be happy. I don't want to be lonely, because you can be lonely with somebody. I've been there where you feeling totally alone, but yet you got somebody that's supposed to be your boyfriend or spouse or whatever. And that's the one thing that will push me over if I'm feeling lonely in a relationship. It's like, I'm an only child, so I'm cool by myself. But if I'm supposed to have somebody, that's not cool to me. That's not cool to me. Not at all. Well, this has been a great conversation coming from you, just getting a male perspective for his relationship. So I appreciate y'all.
Glad to help.
All right, so let's get into some real ass question of the day. All right. You guys, you'll say you're having a big celebration party, right? Family, friends, everybody's invited. So, I would say for you guys, for is like if your mother and with DJ Talented, I'm gonna say your sister. What if they invited your ex fiance to the party as their plus one? You didn't know about it, but they showed up with So if it wasn't it was a definitely a ex where you were really invested in the relationship, and then she started introducing your ex as the woman that should have been married to you. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer that.
What do you do?
Get the fuck out.
Even as your mother or sister, your family member?
If it comes down to me having to put them out too, they got to go. Because if this is for me and my wife or me and my significant other, why the fuck are you inviting somebody that's not nowhere near invited to me personally?
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't invite this person, why the fuck should you invite this person?
But they were their plus one. You say they can bring whoever they want to.
Why would they bring someone that would try to hurt you? Or
Yes,
the person that you're with?
that's exactly what that is. They're bringing someone to actually put a hurting, or maybe not physically, but mentally, they trying to put a hurting on the person that you're with. Totally. So you got to go. And if you brung her, you know the situation, so you got to go too. Family, friend, foe, I don't give a fuck.
he's
not lying.
He's right. He's not lying. I would do the same thing.
They gotta go. You want to entertain as like, okay.
Why would you bring that person? What's your point of objective here? You're trying to hurt the person I'm with, obviously, by saying what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Even if it's his mom, if your mom.
It's my mom. I'll be like, you know not to do this. And I would be like, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the hard part. My bad. But that's the hard part with the mom situation. But mom needs to know her place. I don't care how much you liked my ex or how much you still like my ex. You know who I'm with. You're gonna bring somebody else, an ex of mine, to try to piss my current off. You got to go too. Sorry.
But if they're their friend, does that you don't care?
I don't care. Pick another friend.
Pretty much. Go. Just don't bring that friend to this type of situation.
Yeah, you could bring this friend over at other times when I'm not there, but here I am doing some celebration. Don't bring this around. Don't bring this drama here.
Yeah. We was watching. I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. What's your thoughts?
They pretty much already said it. I mean, like, I don't care who you are. You bring in somebody in that's gonna disrupt the peace I'm trying to make with one person. You bringing in my ex, my mom, sister, cousin, little niece. I don't care who you are. You gotta go.
You gotta go.
It's called disturbing the wall. Disturbing the wall.
We were watching this new movie on Netflix. Kelly Rowland is starring. I guess this is her acting debut. Oh yeah, she got interesting. They had a sex scene and she was naked.
Kelly Rowland?
Yes. But it started.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen her little meatballs.
She was naked and she was getting it in. Yes. It's a new movie on Netflix. Mika, somebody. It's like a female name. That's the name of it. But it was funny because how the movie started. It was like they went to her mother-in-law's party, and then her mother-in-law had brought her husband's ex, whatever, and it's like, yeah, this is the woman that you should have, introducing her. This is the woman that should have been your wife, and like, how rude. But then the male guy didn't say anything. He did not stand up for the wife or anything. Yeah. We turned that goddamn
mom
party
kept
out.
throwing shots. She kept throwing shots at the wife about the ex. And,
you watched this too, so you knew where this came from.
Yeah, so I watched.
But he do have.
I don't watch a lot of stuff that she watched. She like to watch all that old ratchet ass TV. I say that's a waste of eyesight. No, that's one thing I really can't compromise on because I see that as being dumbing down women, but she sees that as entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. I mean, talk about dumbing down women.
Yeah.
They make those women look really stupid. I can't even watch it anymore. You know, it was also really bad. Let me ask you a question: was the sex scene, did it look natural, or was it like really awkward looking?
I look kind of natural.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Because
she put now.
No,
I don't
you know
think her.
what's her name? You ever watch Power?
Yeah.
That chick does the worst lovemaking scenes ever.
Talking about Taraji?
No, not Taraji.
Oh no, the other
The other one, the one that was married to Ghost.
Oh,
She was in like a girl group, I think.
yes, she was in part. I believe that was 702. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
She is the worst actor I've ever seen do a love scene. It is so awkward watching her.
I really didn't pay attention with
Well,
her.
she's a good-looking girl, and you see her, and you're like, man,
Now, who was good
like that?
was Lala. Lala was good. I was like, oh shit, you married too?
Look, I'm still trying to find that one episode when her BBs was out.
Lala was good. Lala did her shit on that one. I was like, oh, okay.
I was trying out for,
She was looking.
was it, what are those sites with fan something?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Lala trying out for her OnlyFans site.
She was very convincing. But Kelly, and I would say Kelly that maybe this is her first time in like a lead role, so I think she's of course she'll get better in time for her acting. But when it came down to the sex, I was like, oh shit.
She knows what she's doing.
She was in it. She was in it to win it on that one.
It's casting call.
I was very surprised. I thought they were gonna have like a stunt double in there. Nah,
butt.
that was her. At least that looked like her.
Stunt butt.
Yeah. So yeah, she got it in.
But yeah, I would. It don't matter. You can't bring people out there to like try to mess with the people, because they're just bringing negative energy. At the end of the day, it's all about energy.
Yeah,
Someone's bringing in someone that's bringing negative energy to you. Then what's the purpose of that? And then they need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what they purpose is to basically break up that situation anyway. So they trying
Maybe not, because you during your we've seen situations within your family where that has happened, and I don't think it was malicious. That was just their friend. But they weren't introducing them like that, but they will bring their friend around family stuff that was an ex.
Yeah, but I mean, some people are cool with that as long as there's some understanding. But if they're just doing what you, the way I interpreted what you described.
Oh yeah, that was deliberate.
That's deliberate.
That was
But
deliberate.
it's like someone's friends, and then they were like dating a long time ago, and they've stayed friends all these years, and then you're married and you have your own life, but you're still friends with one of your exes. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
In that situation, what she's talking about is it was a deal because they were not too far along exes, and it just seemed like they attached to the exes more than they do the currents. And family functions, they will bring the exes around while the current is there. Why would you, any male, why would you want that type of conflict? Because the ex will try to say something maybe underhanded just to see where it's gonna go to the current, and then
Now
by
you
the
got a
time
problem.
It just gets tainted.
It does.
Yeah.
It's a
there's
potential.
drama, and then they start talking to each other.
It's a
She
potential
starts
for drama.
Like, come on, why are you bringing that? Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. That was our real ass question of the day, but that's where that came from. Was from that the movie with Kelly Rowland. Which congratulations to her. She did her thing in there.
I want to watch it.
Yeah. So let's move on to celebrating some Black excellence. Every week, we recognize and celebrate the achievements and contributions African Americans have made to this country. Today, we celebrate Lin Q Ayang, award-winning director, producer, and writer. She first debuted her entertainment career in the 90s as a leading hip-hop artist with X-Clan. She left X-Clan and went on to work with MC Lyte, and she released a couple of singles collaborating with artists like Will Downey, Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah, and more. And her music career After her music career, she moved on to film. She was a finalist in with her film Cracked in the American Black Film Festival and is currently streaming on Max. She was selected to be one of the 10 women directors chosen for Issa Rae's Project Greenlight revival. Lastly, Lynn Quinn was selected to be in a 2023 Sundance Screenwriters Lab Fellow as a co-writer for the feature film Ricky. So today, Ms. Lin Q Ayan, we salute you for your contributions to making this culture and country great. I had an opportunity of talking with her. She is amazing. She is amazing. So on to announcements. So join us for an extraordinary evening on Saturday, March 30th, starting at 7 p.m. at the Night of Expression Showcase. Witness amazing artists hitting the stage for one night only. Tickets are currently on sale at www.terradomeent.com. That's www.terradomeent.com. Also, next, if you're a high school minority student and interested in the world of music, then I have the workshop for you. Starting in April, my nonprofit From School to Possibilities will host its first workshop for the year, Reimagine Music. I will take a maximum of 16 minority students through a jam-packed 5 Saturdays workshop. We will be providing insights into the music industry, a panel discussion with producers, writers, singers, and you will have a business challenge around creating a song. And the winner will debut this song during the hit stage play, Struggles of a Father's Love. Applications will open on March 4th. For more information, go to fromschooltopossibilities.org. That's fromschooltopossibilities.org. Also coming, the hit stage play, Struggles of a Father's Love, is coming back on June 8th. Embark on an emotional journey with a powerful play delving into the struggles of a father, navigating connections with his son, and reconciling a strained relationship with his own father. This heart wrenching and thought provoking narrative is an exploration of family dynamics that will resonate with anyone who's faced challenges in their own relationship. Join us for a moving experience filled with original music and performances that will uplift the resilience of fathers fighting for meaningful connections with their children. Immerse yourself in this compelling story of love, growth, and perseverance. Tickets will go on sale March 4th. Follow us on SOAFL underscore stage play on IG. That's SOAFL underscore stage play on IG or www.soafl.com. That's www.soafl.com. All right. And that is our show. But before we close, of course, we need to pay some bills. So here's a word from our sponsor, Terradome Entertainment. Terradome Entertainment. We turn your fear of dreaming into amazing realities. If your dream is to become a photographer, we have a nice intimate photo studio just for you. If you want to record that next hit song or do voiceover work, we have a state of the art studio also for you. If you want to professionally record your own podcast, well, we have that too. Check us out at www.terradomeentertainment.com. We are the only ones to turn your fear of dreaming into amazing realities. All right, shout out to Dude over there, producer extraordinaire for some of those beats. If you have any questions, email us at info@terradomeent.com. That's info@terradomeent.com. All right, final words, DJ Talented.
Uh, to keep your relationship, you got to do what you did to get into your relationship. Also, communication, understanding, laughter, fun will keep your relationship sparkling. You dig?
All right, all right, DJ.
Yo. No, I definitely agree with what DJ Salas said. It's important to keep the spark alive. do what you do to continue to do what you do to get the person you had got. Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Sam, what you got for final words?
Final words. Just yeah, I agree. Communication's important. Be open. Be I don't know. Just be open and be like water. That's my motto. Be like water.
All right. All right. And the real is check your true time. There are three simple rules in life. If you do not go after for what you want, you'll never have it. If you do not ask, the answer will always be no. If you do not step forward, you will always be in the same place. So, for those going after your dreams and never giving up, keep pushing forward. Let's get there together. Now, for those dead weight, holding on to us go getters for dear life because you refuse to go after your dream on your own, please, please get a life. Stop living through others' eyes and live your life through your own. Stop being on the I'm a going to do it, or just I need help, or only because you refuse to try, or I just want to support you but yet try but yet you always in the middle of trying to do everything that I want to do versus doing your own shit. So now let me clarify. I welcome support, but support doesn't mean you come in and try to tell me what to do, how to do it, and where to do it when you're not doing shit yourself. So, as I say, so as your president for the Real as People Society, um, I encourage all my members to shake those hanger owners, and I promise you will move faster to achieving your dreams. Again, I am your president. God bless you in these United Motherfucking States of America. And moving on to my real as quote of the day, never limit yourself because of others' limited imagination. Success is life. Success in life comes when you simply refuse to give up. Join us live every Saturday at noon for the Power Hour with the Real As People Society crew here on Terradome Entertainment Radio. And catch the replay of this show and other shows on TerradomeENTRadio.com, all your podcast apps, or you can go to Terradome ENT YouTube channel. You can hit us up on IG at Power Hour underscore raps underscore crew. I am your president, Ms. Entertainment. You can contact me at MIZZ underscore entertainment underscore ATL. And my chief entertainment officer.
DJ Talented _1 on all socials.
All right, DJ.
Uh, Young CEO, YOUNG CEO.
All right,
Underscore 23.
there you go. Sam, how we get a hold of you? How can we connect?
I'm on IG as the Day Tripper. It has three instead of E's.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be putting up that spin cycle.
Talk about that real
soon.
quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be basically a podcast about some rarities you could find online, some treasures that are hidden, basically. You know, either quadraphonic albums, bootleg concerts, or stuff that's out there that people love, and I love sharing it. So when I have the episodes ready, you'll be the first to know.
All right, there we go. And as always, I leave you with this: be kind to each other, love one another, keep God first. So thank you for joining. Stay safe, and we're out.